Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've been following any of my other videos, you know that one of the areas I kind of want to focus on with this channel in general, I mean other than just makeup as a overarching theme, is just the idea of project pans. And I have already filmed an intro for my Pan Those Eyeshadows roulette game for 2020. If you don't know what that is, basically it's like a rolling pan project where you try and hit pan on some randomly generated products in your collection, and then when you hit pan you take them out of the project and put a new one in. So that's kind of like my more creative pan project of 2020. Then I have a second pan project, which is, I haven't yet figured out what I'm gonna name it, but it's basically trying to pan products that, sorry, my cat is being crazy. One second. Come here. Come here. She was climbing up my coffee stand. You can't do that. Ooh, you're wet. She's wet. Ew. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so my second pan project that I wanted to try and do is, it's panning my Too Faced tins, and for the sake of repurposing the packaging. So that's kind of like another area. I haven't really seen anybody else do this. Maybe I'm just a crazy person for doing it and like a hoarder because I want to keep the packaging, but I have like kind of a goal of starting somewhat of a trend, which is finding a makeup product whose packaging you really, really love and have an idea in mind for repurposing. Like if you're really into DIY and stuff and just repurposing, reusing old things, then this would be like a good one to maybe try. And hopefully, I mean, I know I just started my YouTube channel, so nobody's probably going to see this and use this idea that I feel like a genius for creating. But if you want to, I mean, that would be amazing. But basically, the idea is to pan a product completely, not just hitting pan, but completely use up a product that you can then reuse the packaging for. And that's what I'm planning to do with my Too Faced tins. I would like to repurpose these, and I'm still trying to figure out how to repurpose them or what I want to do with them, but I know there's potential. The crafter in me knows when there's potential to repurpose something. So that is like my repurpose pan project. And the third one, maybe the last one, because I really can't justify doing any more pan projects after this because it's just going to be too much and it's not going to be realistic to do. But my third project is really to, again, still need to think of a name for it, but this is the intro to that third one. I probably, by the time I upload this, I'll have it in the title what I'm planning to call it, and I will be making a playlist for each of these separate projects. But this one is to try and pan like either sample size products or products that are already very close to being done. So for that, I have sort of gathered up some things I would like to do for that for 2020. So the first one is I have this Coastal Scents sample that came when I made an order a long time ago, and like the pans are obviously so tiny because they're just sample sizes. So I feel like this is a great project to just clear clutter out of my house because it'll be quick because there's so little product in here, but I'll still feel like I'm getting value out of it, even though I don't really need to because it was a sample. But they're not all samples in this project. But and then once I use it up, I can just throw this away. It's one less thing to store in my house. So this is the first product I am aiming to. Oh, wow, the light. Sorry guys. I'm aiming to pan in 2020. So there's that. Another one I have that I would like to pan are these little tiny, it is the Winky Lux Mini Lip Pill Kit. They're these tiny little lipsticks. They're really, really tiny. And I know there's been a lot of negative reviews about these on YouTube and stuff about how much of a ripoff they are because they're so small. Like, they're literally pill size. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like if I put it right up to my face, like that's how much lipstick is in there. But I actually bought them on purpose for this because I had a lot of weddings and things to go to where I could only bring like a small clutch, and I love how small they are because they fit in my clutch and stuff like that. However, I do think some of them, like, that's how much product is in it, like nothing at all. So I feel like this will be an easy thing to clear out of my collection because it's just gonna be easy. So little product again. So there's a few colors that'll be easier than others because some of them are pretty out there and like not everyday kind of colors. But I think the other ones I should be able to get rid of in 2020. So that's another product. I keep them in the original box that it came in just because they're so tiny that otherwise I'm worried that I'll lose them, and they serve the purpose for which I bought them. Like I said, I bought them for like a couple of weddings I was going to, and I wanted something really compact that I could just throw in my purse. And for that purpose, they were great, but that time has come and gone, and I don't have any events like similar to that I'm going to need something like this in the future. So it might as well just get used up at this point. And it's not like I don't like them. Like, I do like them. It's just they're so small, it'll be really easy to just use those up this year. Oh, and I did buy those myself, by the way. Those were not like samples. I like actually bought that. I have another sample lip product. These are Urban Decay lip colors, and I think it came with like the Gwen Stefani palette that I have. I ripped it right off it just comes in, like, they're literally just these little sample things, but I wanted to keep track of like the shades and stuff, so I kept I just ripped it off the box and just kind of like folded it up so that I have a little thing. But that'll be really easy to declutter out of my collection, like, and I can try out these little colors, and there's just so little product that'll be just easy. And that's what I like about this product, or this project I should say, is that I feel like it'll give me the satisfaction of like making progress in my pan goals for 2020 without having to do too much work. Because like, it's really important when you set goals to have like little steps along the way that make you feel like, yes, I'm like accomplishing something. Like, if you set too big of a goal and it's going to take too long, at least for me anyways, I start to like lose motivation when I'm not hitting any of those, and I feel like I'm using my products, and I haven't used up anything, and I haven't been able to throw away anything and declutter anything. So I feel like these are just easy to get gone and feel like I'm accomplishing something. But I thought it was interesting also, I just want to quickly point this out, that these Winky Lux lip colors and these sample Urban Decay ones are like almost a dupe. Like, they're almost like the same. The red color is like basically the same. There's this purple color here that looks like the middle color in this one. Then there's that like peachy pink one that, like, those two that are above each other right now look identical. So like, there's a lot of, it's gonna be like basically the same colors, but that's okay. I don't really mind that. I'm not big into experimenting with lip colors. Like, I'm pretty basic when it comes to lip stuff because, well, look at my lips right now. I mean, there's not a whole lot of real estate to work with. Like, when I smile, my top lip disappears entirely. So I don't tend to gravitate to like very lip focused looks. I like to kind of make my statement with my eyes, and then the lips are just kind of there, because maybe if I had like plump, like pretty little duck face lips, then maybe I would enjoy lip products a little bit more, but just not in the genes for me. I'm a no lip person, so hashtag so white. But yes, so the next product I want to declutter, it's another lip. I have a lot of lip stuff, and again, it's probably because I don't use them very often because I have no lips. But I have this NARS sample again that came in, I think it was a birthday gift or something from Sephora at one point. It's like just a red, but I had another one that I already was able to completely use up and throw away, which was so satisfying. And it was like more of a pink color. I tend to go more pink and less red, so this will be more of a challenge to do, but this is it. This is the whole product. Like, because it's a sample, it doesn't like roll up or anything. Like, it's what you see is what you get, so it'll be, again, very, very quick to use up and get rid of, which I love. It makes me feel like I'm making progress. And then I have this. This is an Annabelle. It's called Annabelle Le Gloss Stick. It's really old, you guys. Like, I don't even know if I should. It's kind of, I shouldn't even admit that I still use it. but it doesn't smell like it's bad or anything. And look how close I am, you guys, to the end. That's all that's left. It's all the way rolled up right now. So I feel like I'm so close. Like I can just, I'll definitely be able to use this up in 2020, like probably within the first couple of months if I am dedicated to using it. So that's another lip product. I'm hoping that's all the lip stuff. Yes, that's all the lip stuff I want to use up. There is another sample lip product that I'm not officially putting it in as a goal, but like I might be able to use it up anyway just because it's so small. But it's one of the newer samples that I have, so like I haven't used it a whole ton. But I do really like it, so I might reach for it more just because I like it, and I might end up hitting pan or whatever the equivalent is for lip products on this anyway, just by accident. So if that happens, then like bonus, I guess. But there are a couple more things that I just want to add in that I would like to use up. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. I already, like an idiot, bought a replacement primer. So I already have like a full-sized, it's still in the box, I haven't even used it yet, a full-sized replacement for this because I like it so much. So I just want to finish this. I just want to use it up. And it's again a sample, it'll be easy, it'll be quick, and then I don't even have to go and buy the replacement because I already have it. So that's another one on my challenge of these little sample things. And then there's a few other things. I'm not sure if I want to add them to the project officially because they're just things that it's kind of like cheating because they're just things I already know I'm going to use up, like mascaras and things like that, where it's like I already know I'm going to have to replace this probably like 2 or 3 times within the year anyway. So it's almost like a cheat to like throw it in and be like, yeah, I reached my goal, when it's like, of course I did because I only have one mascara, like, and I'm going to use it every day. So there's sort of some, like, I guess you could call them honorable mentions that I am planning to use up. I already know I'm going to use up. It's not really a challenge, like it's going to be inevitable. And those would be my mascara, which is this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I plan to just repurchase. It's the same one I always repurchase. So I plan to use that up. I plan to use up my eyeliner, this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner. Gonna repurchase as well, but that one I'm definitely going to use up. And I'm definitely going to use up my primer, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. It's already quite used, and this is the replacement I already bought, so I will be repurchasing again, but it's another thing where I know I'm going to go through it. And, foundation, of course. I use the Makeup Forever foundation mixed with this Stay Matte foundation, this drugstore brand, like Rimmel. My gosh, sorry, I know, it's so hard to see anything on my camera. But it's the Stay Matte foundation from Rimmel London. I mixed them together because the foundation, this Makeup Forever one, is just too yellow for my skin tone. And then this one is very thick. It comes out like a paste almost. And this one's a liquid. So when I mix them together, it makes like a better consistency for me, I feel. And it's a better color match. This one's like more of a matte formula, so I feel like that keeps me kind of like dry, you know what I mean? Like after when you wear foundation and like after 3 or 4 hours you're like, oh my god, I'm like so greasy. So this like sort of helps with that. I know I will use up both of these products, so they're kind of like honorable mentions. And I will definitely be finishing this. This is my go-to setting powder. It's from the Body Shop. It's the all-in-one face base, and I like it because it's very full coverage, and I like to really pat down my foundation after I put it on. I like it to look very dry. I hate the look of greasy skin, but as you can see, I've already hit pan on it, significant pan on it, and I will be finishing that off like probably by like end of January at the very latest, and I'm gonna have to repurchase some more of that. So those are kind of like in the project as well. And the reason I'm throwing them sort of in there as honorable mentions is because essentially my budget for 2020 is that I'm only buying a new makeup product if I either hit pan on an eyeshadow or throw away one of these finish them up products. That is the only way I'm justifying buying more makeup, because I have such a makeup collection at this point that I really need to restrict myself to only buying when it's absolutely necessary, or when I feel like I've accomplished some of my goals with using the products I own. Then I feel, okay, well now I can buy something like just like a splurge purchase or whatever, because I really have gotten some pretty good use out of what I already have in my collection. So that's probably going to be it for my pan projects of 2020. So like I said, there's 2 others, and this is the 3rd intro video for that, and I will do monthly updates on all of these, and I'm going to put them in separate playlists. So if you're only interested in watching the eyeshadow ones, or you know, whatever, then you don't have to waste your time watching the other ones. But that's about it for that. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.